Hello and welcome to another Adobe Flash CS3 lesson I call Breaking Car. On this lesson we're going to use motion tweens. We're going to affect the acceleration and deceleration. We're actually going to put in a stop action and a sound and another layer leaving the tire marks underneath the car. Okay, so we are going to start off with a right click, create motion tween, right click, create motion tween, and right click, create motion tween. So even though it's all in a straight line, there's a reason why we have the keyframe in the middle. Actually, this should be out to about the 20th, so it's kind of even. So we want it to accelerate from here to here and decelerate. Now myself, I always get it mixed up, so I always have to try. So I'm going to try easing of plus 100 and then easing of minus 100 to see if that's right. So I want it to accelerate and then decelerate to a stop. So it looks like I got it backwards. So I'll just switch this one from minus 100 to plus 100. And I'll hit Control Enter. And that looks better. So it accelerates and then it decelerates. Now I also want it to finish where it kind of slides out a little bit. So I'll move it till about there. So that looks like that. I just go Control Enter and it comes to a stop. Now we're going to put our first little bit of programming in. We're going to go right click on the last keyframe, go Actions. We'll just go to timeline control. These are often closed and they'll be under global functions. So global functions, timeline control, and then you just double click stop. And that's all there is to it. And if you want, you can check to see if there's any script errors, and it says no. And then what does it look like? Control Enter. So now we're going to have to put a bit of frame by frame animation in on a new layer. And so I'll call this layer car. I like to really label my layers. I'm going to drag another layer and call it tire marks. And around here is where it would probably start leaving a tire mark, maybe right there. So in this frame on the tire mark layer, I'm going to press not F6 or F5, but F7. That's a blank keyframe. See how it puts a dot with nothing in it? A keyframe will appear when I draw something. So I'm going to take my paintbrush, I'm going to make it black like a tire, and I'm going to make it kind of the tire width. Maybe that one. I'll just see for a sec. And that'll probably work. Now, then, a little farther out, I'm going to go F6, the next frame down, and we'll just carry forward the tire mark to the tires. F6, and I'm going to carry it forward. Now I already can hear what you're saying. You're saying the tire is on top. Well, if we're working on it, it's kind of nice to have it there. And I'm going to fix that when I'm done. Then you don't have to be too specific. That one doesn't need anything. And F6, maybe this one doesn't really need it either. And all I gotta do is drag this layer beneath the car, and we go Control Enter. And it stops. Now, it would be nice to have a little bit of sound. So I'm going to add sound, and then we've got this wave file right here, but I don't want it to start at the beginning, so I'll just drag it onto here. And you'll notice it goes on the sound layer, but look at that, that starts way too soon, so I'm going to drag that to there. So it starts there, but now it's going to go past, so we need to add another action. And an action cannot go in a blank frame like this. It must go on where you see a black dot, a keyframe. So it could go either on here or here, but we might as well put it on the same one. So we go actions, and then it's in global functions, timeline control, and we're going to say stop all sounds. And there you go. It works. That is a motion tween movie that we practiced easing both in and out for acceleration and deceleration. And we added another layer to add tire marks, and we added another layer to put sound on, and we put two actions on, a stop action and a stop all sounds, which are found in global functions, timeline control, and then stop and stop all sounds. Thanks for watching.